It used to be that I thought almost exclusively in English 10 years ago when I lived in Canada. But now I think my go-to thinking language is Korean. And same with the language that I dream in. So I feel like for me, my identity kind of feels like an hourglass sometimes that flips once every decade.
Oh.
Yeah, so now it has flipped, and now my Korean is a lot stronger than my English side, my North American side. As for swearing, though, English is my default swearing language, but Korean has more interesting uses for me. It goes to extremes where if I'm really pissed off, I feel like Korean is cathartic enough, whereas English just doesn't cut it. So,
Okay.
yeah. Or if I want to just swear jokingly or affectionately, then I swear in Korean. Like, or stuff like that.
When I started this podcast, I thought that for me, English was my go-to language for swearing. And it still is, but like listening to my guests talk about it, I can see how Korean swear words can be a lot more cathartic and more loaded with emotions.
Yeah.
And I find it quite frightening, actually. I think it's all the gangster movies that I watched when I was a kid. Maybe.
But it's also used very comically in movies.
Oh, that is true. That is true.
I feel like with Korean, there's a lot of hierarchy just embedded into the language. So it's kind of, there's more room to play around with swearing in Korean.
Yeah, and if you swear at your elders, it's somehow more disrespectful.
Oh, right.
There's definitely that play.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to your analogy of the hourglass, I love that because soon time will come when it will flip.
Assuming that I move to an English-speaking country, if I settle down in Korea, then I think my Korean side will just remain stronger.
Okay, so it will turn into a lopsided hourglass.
I guess
like a really skinny top. Okay.